Hello, this is Afisika from the High Sensitive Talk. So last Monday, I was turned down for a job position because I had been honest during the job interview about being a highly sensitive person and about my self-care needs related to that. They were concerned that because of this trait, I might become ill too often and I would cause healthcare costs. But actually, contrary to these concerns, being attuned to my needs and prioritizing self-care is precisely what prevents health issues. Do you understand? Because self-care is not just personal indulgence, it's a fundamental aspect of work performance, especially when you're highly sensitive. It is actually a preventing measure. So the employer gave me the advice of not disclosing the information about my high sensitivity next time if I wanted to find a job. But I still believe I will disclose the information because the job and I did not match. It would have been a non-bearably stressful place for me. And because of that, I would not have been able to do a good job. So I don't regret having disclosed that information. You know, job openings do not always contain all the information about the nature of the job. And for some openings, they look like they could be stressful, but they could also not be stressful. So why not use the job interview to find out about such aspects like stress or not stress? So if you are self-aware that you're a highly sensitive person, then tell employers. If this is going to be a stressful job all the time, then please don't hire me at all. Not that I'm not able to work in general, but because under those conditions, I will not be my best self. So, because at the end of the day, hiding things will make them appear in a less comfortable way visible. You will not be able to bring out your best in your job. Your employer will complain and you will have nothing to say in front of the reality of the not so good job you have done. I've been there before. And besides, you will have probably sacrificed some of your health and well-being by trying to function no matter what, while your system will have been negatively impacted by the stressful and overwhelming job. Of course, there are some jobs where you cannot make the request of regular self-care breaks, having a walk, etc. because the job in its very nature requires to be stress resistant and to work non-stop. So don't apply at highly visited takeaway pizzeria, for example, where you are the only pizzaiolo, non-stop baking and serving clients, you see? And it even begins by the profession you choose in the first place. If you are highly sensitive, I wouldn't recommend you becoming an urgency surgeon, for example, where you have to decide and quickly decide and correctly decide, and that under stress and even in emotional overwhelming. So it's about being self-aware and of where you stand on the scale of high sensitivity, and to consciously choose where you want to work based on where you can thrive. So let's come into this position of actually choosing instead of passively accepting what harms us and finally harms the workplace. Have a good evening.